Now, for anybody that likes to play the Dr. Mark drinking game where you take a shot every time I say absolutely, you might want to grab a six-pack, kick back, and buckle up because we're going off the rails today. If there's one guy on YouTube that I can't stand, it's that idiot that sits there and goes, if you have the YouTube app on your phone, you can make $10,000 a month doing absolutely nothing. Well, let me tell you something, guys. That guy is absolutely full of Why, hello there, guys, and welcome back to Getting Candid About Cash with me, your crazy, kooky host. Yes, it is Thailand's happiest hobo, coming at you live from positively perfect Phuket, Thailand. In today's video, I am going to get extremely candid about what it's like being a YouTuber, how much money you can make being a YouTuber, how hard it is, how difficult it is, and whether or not I honestly believe that it is a wise career choice or whether or not it's a piss poor idea to leave your current job, come to Thailand to try and become a YouTuber. Well, actually, nothing could be further from the truth, and I wanted to tackle this one first off because a lot of people think that, oh, you're making this video because you don't want competition. That's exactly completely opposite to how YouTube works. The more people coming and vlogging about Thailand, the better the vloggers do that are here. It's quite simple. If more people are searching Thailand content, the better chances are they are going to stumble upon your content. Simple as that. So no, I'm not doing this to discourage anybody. I'm just setting the record straight, letting people understand just how difficult it is to be a YouTuber. It's honestly, guys, it's hard. Yes, sadly enough, if you are doing YouTube as a career and hoping to monetize yourself, hoping to pay for your travels here and just support yourself, you are going to have to pander to the algorithm. There's no question about that. Listen, I would love to make travel videos like the one I did about the Katu waterfalls. If you haven't watched that video, guys, please, I'm pretty much begging you to go and watch it because it was one of my favorite videos I've ever made. I will talk about that later on when I discuss how difficult it is to be an actual YouTuber, but nobody watches that video. Now, the video I just released the other day about why I don't include more bar girls in my videos, I got a comment from a lady and she essentially said that, wouldn't it be nice if we could get a video just once that doesn't talk about bar girls? And my response to her was this: I do all kinds of videos that don't talk about bar girls. The problem is YouTube and the algorithm really doesn't push them out to people and not that many people watch them. If I do a travel video, okay, I get maybe 1,000, 1,200 views. If I do anything about bar girls, I get 5 to 50,000 views. If I do a cost of living video, I get, anywhere between 10 and 100,000 views. But if I do a video about something that I enjoy, like a motorcycle drive or a beach or something like that, or food, I might get 1,000 views. So sadly enough, yes, you know what? You're going to have to pander to the algorithm. Essentially, you're going to have to sell your soul to support yourself here on YouTube. I hate to say it, but that's the truth of the matter. Thankfully, I'm not overly concerned about how much money I make from YouTube. Again, I will get to that here in a few minutes, but if you're looking at YouTube as a career and a financial way to support yourself, it's you're gonna have to pander. You're gonna have to do a lot of pandering. It's kind of like panhandling on camera, essentially. Well, actually, it sounds pretty easy, but it's not. Look, you need 1,000 subscribers and you need 4,000 hours of watched video time. Now, when I say watched video time, I'm not talking you sitting there with nothing else to do but watch YouTube all day long, racking up 4,000 hours. Oh no, you need people to watch your videos for 4,000 hours. Once you meet that criteria, you apply to become a YouTube partner. And if YouTube accepts you, then you are a monetized YouTuber. I'm going to tell you this much. It's not easy to hit those numbers. And even if you do, they're is a very good chance that you're not going to be accepted as a YouTube partner. It all depends on what type of content you make and whether or not your content is unique and different enough from everybody else's for YouTube to want to pay you at the end of the day. It's extremely expensive, to be honest with you. Look, I have thousands and thousands of dollars invested in my gear. I have gimbals that, quite honestly, I don't understand, can't use it. I've had this thing for 2.5 years. I have no idea how to use it. Anybody that knows the DJI Osmo Mobile 3, please hit me up. I'd love to learn how to use this stupid thing. I have, power bank handles that are telescopic. These things are close to $100. I have other cameras, the DJI Pocket 2, which I'm actually going to give to a fellow YouTuber because I can't use the damn thing. I have no idea how to use it. I'm that stupid when it comes to anything with a gimbal. I have power banks, you've got batteries, stuff like this. Just my GoPro setup alone is over $1,000. I've got the Hero Black 10, and I do have the media mod for it because you have to have that cover for your microphone. Otherwise, it sounds absolutely terrible. I've got the Volta for it. I have the nighttime vlogging light, the special handles for it. Again, I have 6 batteries because this thing chews through batteries like you cannot possibly imagine. And I'm going to tell you straight up, these things are not as waterproof as they claim. This is my 3rd GoPro. I wrecked 2 of them myself with water. One was my fault. The other one, I'm really not sure what happened. During the Songkran festival, I was out shooting video with the squirt guns and it got ruined. So right there, that's $1,000 worth of gear. I've gone through 2 DJI Osmo action cameras. Both times, I don't know how it happened, but I didn't get the stupid battery clicked in all the way, put it into water, bam, the camera's ruined. Accidents happen. Phones, oh my God, guys, this is my 4th phone, I think it is. This is my 4th? Yeah, this is my 4th phone. As you guys will recall, I had that rogue wave hit me, I think my 3rd month in Thailand, wrecked my favorite phone in the world, the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. I've dropped phones off my bike trying to grab them to film something. Another thing I'm gonna tell you that, again, nobody will talk about, but I will. Sometimes when you're out in public and you're filming something, or you're anywhere where there's a lot of people, if you're using your phone, holding it like this on like a selfie stick or anything like that, people all the time bump into you, and I'm going to tell you something, they do it on purpose because people are just jerks. That's an absolute truth, guys. I hate to say it, but this phone here right now actually is broken on the back because some hit me on purpose and knocked my phone off the gimbal. And yeah, I know what you're saying. How come you didn't have it in a case on the gimbal? Because it doesn't work with the case on the gimbal. Sadly enough, it just doesn't. So yeah, equipment, guys, it can be bloody expensive. Now, I did promise you guys a couple of drinks, and I'm absolutely not going to disappoint you. Listen, I have to come out and tell you this. Do not listen to people like I talked about in the very beginning, in the introduction, because there's all kinds of people out there that will sell you stuff trying to convince you that you can become a YouTuber by doing absolutely nothing. And that is simply not true. I'll be honest with you, I wish YouTube would ban commercials like his because of the fact that I know guys that have come here with very little money. Remember the video I did about, oh, how much money do you need to come here to start out with? I know guys that came here with about $5,000. They invested it into YouTube and they went home after 2 or 3 months because they made absolutely no money at all. Yes, there are companies out there that will help you reach the monetization levels, the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 watched hours. However, what they're not telling you is this. Once you reach those criterias, then YouTube will look at your channel and decide whether or not they're going to make you a YouTube partner. To become a YouTube partner, you have to make content that is not generic. It's not so similar to everybody else's that it doesn't separate you. And if you're just going on and doing these basic generic videos with, you know, captions or voiceovers and stuff like that, or music stuff, the chances of you getting monetized are incredibly slim. I personally know a guy, fantastic fella, he spent about $2,700 American working on getting monetized. And you know, he tried and tried and tried to pay someone to do it. That's the kicker. He was not doing it himself. He was putting all of his money into it. And when he finally reached the criteria, he was rejected by YouTube. And it was devastating for him. And he still doesn't fully understand why. But if he just read the reasons that they gave him, he would understand that YouTube is not interested in these basic generic channels. They're not going to monetize them. So unless you're willing to come here and develop some really cool, crazy content that is completely different and unique from everybody else, or you're willing to sit here and talk like I do to the camera and open yourself up, share yourself, you're not going to get monetized. I'm just being 100% honest with you on that one, guys. You're not going to be monetized. So how much money can you make off of YouTube? Well, listen, not everybody's Mr. Beast. Not everybody are the Paul brothers, you know. There's all kinds of people who make a small fortune on here. There's people here in Thailand that do extremely well. Chad from CB Media, I would love to be doing his numbers, but until I get more subscribers and I get, you know, essentially better at editing, I'm not going to be doing those type of numbers. I understand that and I accept it. Mark Wiens. I love watching Mark Wiens. I don't know if I could be as demonstrative as he is when I'm eating the food, but I really enjoy watching him do it. And he's making millions of dollars every year off of just YouTube. The Good Doctor, not so much. Now, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to fully disclose how much money I make from YouTube every month because, to be honest with you, it does vary from month to month. It all depends on how many videos I put out, how many clicks I get, how long people watch them, what type of videos they were. As I mentioned earlier about, you know, just doing generic crap doesn't make you any money at all. Very good example of that is I put a video out about Bangla Road where I just walked down the street and I filmed. And I think I have close to 20,000 views on that, and I made approximately 17 cents. I'm serious, about 17 cents for 20,000 views. So all of these people that are going on about how, oh, you get $7 per 1,000 views, that's absolute. Trust me on that one. It varies. There's many different pay levels and so on and so forth. So it's extremely hard to actually judge how much someone is making from their YouTube channel. Let's just say this, at the end of the day, you guys know the budget that I'm promoting. I make more than that, so I never have to touch my investment money. Now, I will be doing a video about investing and how I got here, how I was able to do this, and how you can do it. I'm hoping to release that in the next couple of weeks. It's a pretty complicated video, and I'm asking some professionals to give me a little bit of help. Well, there's probably no professional in the world that can help me, but financially, there are some that can give us some ideas and some help. So hopefully you guys will catch that video. But again, at the end of the day, like I said, not everybody's Mr. Beast. Not everybody is making millions of dollars off of these videos. And I'm gonna tell you something, it is unbelievably hard to become monetized. Well, quite honestly, I did it through a lot of hard work and determination. Also, I'm extremely fortunate in this aspect that I do not need YouTube to support myself. I was doing it for fun, but at the same time, I did have the goal to become monetized simply because a lot of people back at home that thought that I was out of my mind to leave my career and come over and do this told me I was going to fail, and I'm one of those people that I absolutely refuse to fail. I'm not going to fail at anything I do in life because I truly believe that anything my mind can conceive, my body can achieve. I believe that, and I've never failed at anything except for being the shortstop for the New York Yankees. Other than that, yeah, I had no question that I was going to be successful at it. I got extremely lucky though, and here's one thing that nobody talks about, but I'm going to try my best to explain it to you. It doesn't matter how handsome you are, how funny you are, how interesting your content is. You have to remember that there's millions of channels on YouTube. At the end of the day, the only way that you're going to have a successful YouTube channel and become monetized is you need a video to go viral. Any YouTuber will tell you this exact same thing if they're being honest with you. You need a viral video. Chad from CB Media will tell you point blank that he knows exactly when his channel took off, and that's when he did that long tail racing video that went viral within hours, and his subscriber base just exploded. I had the same thing happen to me with the honest cost of a Thai girlfriend. All of a sudden, you know, after that video had been released for several months, somebody watched it, they started sharing it, it got kicked out to a whole bunch of people, and I went from being this big on YouTube to being, well, that big on YouTube. I got monetized within a week of it going viral, and I've been monetized now for almost exactly 1 year. My subscribership has just, for me, it's exploded. I'm currently getting ready to go on a celebration vacation for my 13,000 subscriber, and it's growing every single day, and I'm so happy and proud of the way that it's growing. But had I have not had that video go viral, right now I'd probably be sitting around maybe 1,500 subscribers. If I kept growing the way that I was, I'd be monetized, but I might be making $20 or $30 a month. It's just, you know, that's the way it is. By the way, extremely hard. It is a long battle, guys, and I'm going to tell you something. It can be downright discouraging, frustrating, and heartbreaking when you make a video that you absolutely love and nobody watches it. That is one of the worst things about being a YouTuber, is you can make what you think is an epic, you know, Spielberg quality film, and nobody watches it. But if you sit there and you ramble on about some bar girl stealing your money, 100,000 views, just like that. It's hilarious at times. It really is. Here's a public service announcement for the doctor. If you're not subscribed, please hit subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. And I know, believe it or not, that a lot of people that are watching my videos are not subscribed, because I can look at my analytics and see that. So please, if you wouldn't mind, hit subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, but it would mean the absolute world to me, and I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. So one thing I hear a lot is that it must be nice to be able to do YouTube for a living. And again, it really is, but keep in mind, I don't rely on YouTube to support myself. And if I had to, I don't think it would be as fun, because then, like I said earlier, I would have to pander to the algorithm on every single video. Not only that, I would be stressed beyond belief. Every time I had a malfunction with a camera or a phone or anything like that, I would just be stressed to the max. And I'm just going to tell you, that's what it would be like being a full-time YouTuber if you had to rely on it for your sole source of income. My favorite video, like I said earlier, was the one about the Katu waterfall. And why I wanted to bring that up was because, believe it or not, it took me 14 hours to make that video. From the time I left my condo to the time I actually had it uploaded, I spent 14 hours making that video. I had to drive there, and I had to set up the cameras completely by myself for every single scene. So when you see me walking through the woods, when you see me doing this, when you see me doing that, understand that that takes me 4 takes to do all of that, because I gotta set the camera up, I gotta walk, I gotta come back, gotta take the camera, set it up in the next spot, so on and so forth. Then when I get home, I now have hours worth of footage that I have to sift through to find something that is decent, entertaining, that I can turn into a story. I then have to plug it into my computer, edit it all together, get it ready, upload it to YouTube, and honestly, guys, that took me 14 hours. So the return on investment, oh, bloody God, I might be working for 20 cents an hour making one of those videos. Whereas if I do a video about bar girls, you know, I can sit there, rattle one off. It takes me maybe 1 or 2 hours and I get 5 to 50,000 views and I make decent money off of one of those. Whereas the videos that I love to make, the travel ones, the ones that I find funny, and again, the Katu waterfall, I thought it was pretty good. Made nothing off of it. Absolutely nothing. Like I said, maybe 20 cents an hour if I'm lucky. Yeah, being a YouTuber is hard. It's a lot of work, and just going through the comment section alone, honestly, I spend about an hour every single day replying to comments. Following up on comments, following up on emails, stuff like this. And the day after I drop a video, I'll spend usually 2 to 3 hours on comments that day, and then it will slow down to where it's just an hour a day. So yeah, it's that's a lot of work. It really is. It looks glamorous and stuff, but if you had to rely on it for your sole source of income, ooh, I hope you have a lot of money backing you. I really do. So how can you make money on YouTube as a smaller channel? Well, sometimes you can get sponsorship offers, you can get collaboration offers. I get them all the time, but sadly enough, I reject almost every single one because most of them are from these dating sites. And the last thing I want to see is anybody lose any more money to some online scammer. So I stay away from those. There is one dating site out there that if they did contact me, I probably would work with them because I've heard some great things about them. I have, however, started working with Kettle Time with the T1 Fluent Talk Translator. This thing is absolutely incredible, guys, and I'm going to tell you something. It's a game changer for international travel. I'm going to be doing some videos about this in real life, so hopefully you guys will catch those. I know I'm plugging a product, but at the end of the day, this is actually something that I fully believe in, and I would carry it around with me everywhere I go. You could start your own clothing line, like I tried to, with these crazy looking things. I'm gonna tell you something, I love them, and I do get people asking me all the time, can I buy one? Can I buy one? How do I buy one? Well, the original plan was I was going to set up a merch store, okay? Until I found out that it costs, on average, anywhere between $30 and $45 to ship one of these to the United States. If I ever find a way to ship them there reasonably, I will start selling them. But if I can't find some way to ship them for less than what they cost to buy, I couldn't ask anyone to buy these. I mean, they're ugly as hell to begin with, and I'm not sure why anyone would want one, but anyone that does, hit me up, we'll work something out. Another way that you can make money on YouTube, and I am not going to say anything derogatory about this, and I'm certainly not going to promote it, but I will say this much. I know a fairly famous YouTuber that was up in Pattaya, Bangkok area, decided to move down to Phuket, and he's asking for donations from his subscribers to support his life. I would not advise anybody to try that because I'm not sure how well it's going to work. I will say this much, oddly enough, the buy me a beer thing, I usually get almost as much from that as I do from YouTube itself. I'm not sure what it is about me, but a lot of people want to buy me a beer for some strange reason. I appreciate it, I really do. And I'll be honest with you, I do use that money for drinking beers. I do. I don't save it like I save the YouTube money because, again, I don't know what I'm going to do with my YouTube money. I haven't decided if I'm going to buy a crazy vintage Vespa and start a collection of them, or do something absolutely crazy like buy an elephant and donate it to one of the sanctuaries. I have been thinking about even, believe it or not, going and buying a resort on one of the islands here and turning that into a YouTube channel where I just vlog about owning a resort and show people what the realities of owning a resort in Thailand are. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the YouTube money, but the buy me a beer money, I do actually buy beers with it. So I really appreciate anybody that clicks on that. Honestly, it tastes damn good. So So just in case you're still crazy enough to try coming here to Thailand and being a YouTuber, if you want, send me a message. I'll be happy to talk to you, tell you the honest truth, tell you the realities of it, and help you out any way that I can. Again, I promise you, I did not make this video to discourage anybody from doing it. I just wanted to be upfront, open, and honest with you like I am in all of my videos, because that's the only way that we can all live our best life, is if we are fully educated and aware of these situations that we're getting ourselves into. Because as you guys all know, living anything less than the best, well, till next time, cheers. So yeah, you can definitely make money from YouTube, no question at all. Oh, look at that. Sven from Berlin just bought me a beer. Cheers, mate.